during Al-Fajr. Most people are asleep, it is easier to pray. With the Tuhur, I can feel them watching me. Sometimes they don't think I'm looking, and I can see the fear in their eyes. There's a Muslim man on our flight. He's been acting suspicious. I saw him praying. He doesn't have a carry-on, and I'm not getting back on the plane with him. And I just don't think she has a presidential look. And you need a presidential look. Presidential as a concept has only ever come to us in the form of a man. But to look presidential includes a lot of things a woman can master and that any good debater should master. The rosary 20 times. Put your hands behind your back like you're praying. Flashes of red, white, and blue on his skin. I'm nervous, sir. Lady Justice, strong and fair, with scales in hand and flowing hair. She stands tall and wavering and true, a symbol of justice for me and you, Chinese. Japanese. Last name sounds Hispanic. Are you Mexican? No, I'm Filipino. Often, these are the follow-up questions I get when asked, where do you come from? Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong about asking where I'm from, but what's wrong is when it reinforces stereotypes based on how we look and sound. Such factors are a product of implicit bias, which is an unconscious behavior or attitude towards a specific group of people that is connected to disparities in healthcare, workplaces, and even here in speech and debate. However, this is not just about race and ethnicity. This is also about sexual orientation, age, gender, weight, and even, height. Therefore, explore these gaps in society with me through the prose Stop Killing Us by Yancy Bragg, a Watch the Post article by Anna Waters, Implicit Bias by Melanie Funches, through the poetry's Halo Halo by Justin Ramos, a poem about Lady Justice by Valerie Ward, and through the award-winning musical Come From Away by David Hine and Irene Sankoff. See Me, a program to spread awareness of implicit biases that can influence discriminatory behaviors. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, I want you to see yourself, and then outside, see others for who we truly are. College sweethearts begin to say they're closing in on the American dream as they purchase their first home. 3 weeks later, husband becomes violently ill. So this family goes searching for a diagnosis at first. Do not understand what the police are asking me. And then I do. In my culture, there is a word, aura. The area between your stomach and your knees. It is forbidden for anyone to see this but my wife, to have a woman in this room watching this. Watching me? You cannot understand! Do you have a weapon? Kneel! No church prayer and worship could prepare his knees for the hard, cold pavement, crushing his bones. And even conversations with God could not prepare him for the moment his fate fell on someone else's hands. Get down and search him. They searched him like they're tracing an outline of a body in a crime scene. Dum, dum, dum. A series of violent crimes against Asians and Asian Americans has prompted activists and experts to warn that racist rhetoric about the coronavirus pandemic may be fueling a rise in hate incidents. Police in Oakland, California arrested a suspect in connection to the brutal attack of a 91-year-old man. Later that week, a Filipino man was attacked with a box cutter in the subway in New York City. 4 weeks later, doctors are circling around a cluster of diseases they know, despite all the tests having come back negative. Why? What are you looking for? We're looking for HIV and sarcoidosis. Why are you only looking at those diseases? Well, as an African-American male, Stop right there. I want you to take my husband for things that white people can get. Her sword is sharp, her scales are just. She upholds the law with honor and trust. She sees no color, no bias or creed, only truth and justice in every deed. Magically, within days, they found a diagnosis. Stage 4B, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And the prognosis? weeks to live. Their stories are downright ugly. Male debaters in the audience suggested that she could win if she opened up her legs. Makati did not overhear the comment, but her mother, watching in the audience, did. You may say, how does this happen? How do we, as good activists, hard-working, progressive, open-minded American citizens, how do we continue to fall into the stories of stereotypes? Make sure you're not overly aggressive. Flat, no heels. Monitor your emotions in response to your opponent. Smile more. Skirt, too short. Do you eat with your hands because Filipinos are too poor to use forks and spoons? It just tastes better that way. Have you ever tried chopsticks? Male opponents talk over you and you may be seen as submissive. Stand up for yourself and you may be viewed as overbearing. Stand up for yourself. Her blindfold is a testament to all. The justice is blind to great and small. That every person, rich or poor, is equal under her watchful score. 4th grade math class. One young girl, very convinced she's got the right answer, waves to the teacher to check her work. Teacher, I know it's right. I checked it 3 times. I said the answer was wrong. Check it again. She holds up her calculator and says, Teacher, I got it right all the way to the 1000th place. I said the answer was wrong. You debate like a girl should. She says she refuted a ridiculous argument about hormones and cows, to which her male opponent replied, You sure know your science, girl. What the hell are you saying? You praying for your friends? You telling your friends where to bomb next? Mama, lazima fika sika dawati. Salam, baby. Why doesn't he speak English? Excuse me? This was not all Muslims and I was not. Go back where you came from. You may say these are wild stories. These are extreme examples. In the first story, I was the wife who was big with child, and the implicit bias of those doctors could have left a wife without a husband, children without a father, and a mother without a son. In the second story, I was the gifted 4th grade student, the second story that led me to my first act of non-violent protest. Her stance is ready, her purpose is clear, to bring justice to those far and near, to ensure that every voice is heard and every wrong is righted by her word. Dum, dum, dum. It's unclear whether these crimes are racially motivated, but advocates calling to address these violence against the community reports that these have been underreported for a variety of reasons. Put your hands behind your back like you're praying. He has now prayed more times than cop cars a flashlight before his ancestors' eyes. He holds his hands together, praying. You're free. Dear Miss Beulah, my daughter asks about what happened to me over those 5 days. I tell her about your kindness. Thank you. Again. Sincerely, Ali. P.S. Please send me the recipe for the fish and cheese. So, let us honor Lady Justice today and live and strive to live by her virtuous way. For justice is the cornerstone of all, and Lady Justice stands firm, proud, and tall. I ask the American people to join me in saying thanks for all of the folks who have been fighting hard to rescue our fellow citizens, and to join me in saying our great nation is being tested. But make no mistake, we will show the world that we will pass this test. God bless.